Hello, my beautiful peasants, and welcome back to the tavern. We have a fun stream planned today. We're going to be announcing the art club winner for April. I don't have a watch on. Forgot my watch. Anyway, there were so many cute entries, and I really appreciate you guys just being creative and being a part of it, because it's the first month that we're doing it. You guys didn't even have a full month, so I was very happy with how many entries that we got. So let's have a look at them, shall we? Also, big hello to Wendelir, Otaka, and of course our lovely mod, Aloha. And Empress. Oh, beautiful. Yes, do not forget to switch from top chat to live chat at the top of chat. Otherwise, it will only give you some messages, not all the messages. Alrighty. So I threw together a web page this morning. It is not very finished, so bear with me. But this is all of the entries. I just want to get them on the page. All right, here they are. So this will be our tentative art gallery. We have our visual works and our written works right here. The written works bring you to the PDF that's hosted on Google Drive. So did they both just link to Otaka's? Did I not link Just Singles correctly? I didn't. That's really funny. Okay, I will fix that. They're just Otaka twice. No, Just Single also submitted something. Okay, I will fix that. This is the cover for Just Single. Anyway, but yeah, I was super happy with this. Half a dozen entries, really cute, all perfectly on theme. Thank you guys for being creative and sweet. I always really appreciate it. Hello, Optimistical, welcome in. And Just Single. Empress says, I'm so sad I lost track of time, then I got ill, so I missed the due date entirely. That's okay. We'll have another one next month, and next month's theme is going to be super good. I know you guys are going to love it, so yes. I just got here to find out that my submission isn't real. Well, I mean, I got the picture. I can't believe I didn't link it correctly. Oh no. I will fix that on my break. I will. The model up right now is just the model I've most recently finished. This is a request from Otaka for a fairy warlock. She really came out stunning. I'm super, super happy with her. And I finally have a splash page that I'm happy with. I always try to zoom in on the model or something, but this is an easy one. At the very, very end of working on this model, I finally got that slightly crazy look in her eye. Just a little crazy. It was harder than I expected to make it just a little crazy. Anyway, that is complete, and we're about T-1 minute from me announcing the winner. So yes. Aloha, shut up. Oh my goodness. All right. I don't have any special effects on my stream deck anymore, so I just have to be exciting. Okay, we're gonna be interesting. I don't have anything interesting to say, or to lead up to this to be super. I'd be the world's worst cheerleader, I'll tell you that. Okay, are we ready? Fake little drum roll. The winner for our very, very first M3DM Art Club is Otaka. Congratulations. I already made a little concept artboard that will go along with this character I'll be creating today. And I'm going to read this little short story because it's really, really cute. You guys will see why I picked it. It was hard to pick a winner though. They were all super cute. Just Singles was actually made me very sad. I thought you'd give him a redemption arc, but it ended on a sad note. You talked about it was going to be funny, and it was not funny. It was really well written though. So I'm excited to see more from you. Okay. A special kind of bee. Another sunny day in the countryside. Well, just yesterday, a raging storm kept the whole swarm inside the hive, but today it was as busy as it could be. Every nectar collecting worker swarmed out of the hive once the warmth of the first rays of sunshine hit the outside of it, eager to fill the honeycombs with as much nectar as possible. Kyra is one of those bees, one of the tens of thousands of bees all doing the same thing, looking like every other bee, and yet she was different. Like the other bees, Kyra went out early in the morning collecting nectar from the plants that produce their nectar in the early hours of the day. For Kyra specifically, that meant buzzing all around the apple tree just a few feet away from the hive, just like she did every other morning. Let me sip of water. The morning was relatively uneventful. The warm breeze made flying easy, and not a single cloud was obscuring the sunshine. When the morning passed, most bees were taking a break, resting their wings inside the cozy hive. Not Kyra. After her last flight to the apple tree, she flew down to the grass underneath the hive and, with a poof, transformed herself into her human form. Kyra has shoulder-long blonde hair that curls down underneath her straw hat, accessorized with flowers. Her face is sprinkled with freckles around a friendly, contagious smile. She is wearing brown overall shorts over a white shirt. Loving the feel of the grass beneath her feet and the breeze on her skin, she wears neither shoes nor gloves even when working on the beehive. Once fully transformed, Kyra closed her eyes for a second, feeling the warm sun on her face. She then took a deep breath before bending down to pick up 2 buckets full of honey. While hop-skipping her way towards her destination, she was humming a cheerful melody and greeting everyone she met. The honey will be used to make mead in the nearby tavern. So cute. Once I read this, I could visualize her so clearly, and she was just too cute. It's too cute to not make into a full-blown M3DM model, so congratulations. Oh my god, Aloha. Your reward is an M3DM gift package that won't arrive. It's only happened one time, and it did arrive. It was just stolen on Justlingual's porch. AKA not my problem. Anyway. Yeah, so let's get sculpting for this model, shall we? Here is the little board that I made. So I found these really cute overalls that pretty much matched what I thought. And then same with the hat. And then I just grabbed stuff that was cute. I could not believe how adorable this was with like holding like 2 like giant bees. And then just general stuff. I happened to see this axolotl, which is funny because Otaka had mentioned recently it's one of their favorite animals, which I thought funny. It came up on Pinterest in this theme. And then I grabbed the duck because it just made me happy. So yes. This is our mood board here. Yeah. Alao says, Otaka, if English is your second language, you write very clearly. Yeah, I think I'm 99.9999% sure that it is. And yeah, it was really well written. It indeed is. Thanks. Yeah, you did a good job. It had a nice little flow, and I really liked in the very beginning where it's like you end off like, and then, but not today, and then today. Like the spacing or the pacing of that was really cute, and it definitely makes the whole thing a little more upbeat and cheerful throughout. The slight conversationalness of it was really nice. All right, turn up some music. Perfect. All right. And then Justlingual talking about their short story, which you should definitely read when I have it correctly linked on the website. It is in Discord correctly right now. In defense of Tovin, he had to be believable. A sentient or wise monster would prey on what they thought was weak minds. I balanced depression with a hidden strength. Oh, no. The character is great. Your story was sad. Yeah, it was very good. It was very cute. I loved all the entries, though. I really did. And I even considered doing, like, a first, second, third place. And, yeah. Reaper said, I thought you said no more bees. I know, but it was so cute. So, I picked it. Yeah. Aloha, I'm about to stop this entire stream to fix that one thing. You know what? We're going to hang out. Here we go. Also, looking at these models here, looking at the axolotl with sunflowers and the little duck, maybe start thinking of Tavern pets again. And I'm like, oh goodness, I kind of completely stopped doing like donation goals because we were going to do one for me playing Night Rain with y'all. And we're going to do these things. I forgot about it. But rest assured, it will in fact happen. My wife likes tragedy and depression. I mean, fair. I enjoyed reading it. It was the whiplash of expecting something sweet, and it wasn't. I mean, no, it wasn't. There was one point it gave me like complete chills when it's like this monster saying like these really mean things, and then there's this moment, and then he realized the monster speaking in his own voice, and I'm like, that's mean. That was sad. Hello, Nifty. Welcome in. We just announced the art club winner for the month, which was Otaka with this adorable beekeeper druid. But right now I'm fixing an error on the website because my peasants will not let me rest. I incorrectly linked Justlingual's submission, which is funny and unfortunate because then no one can read it. On the website, it's in Discord. Me. There it is. And then I'll repost the link for you guys to browse the submissions. There we go. The odd profession of a coward. Really cool concept too. It's like an anti-Witcher. Link is empty. You're empty. There we go. Otaka the poet. I was disappointed that nobody wrote a poem. I thought a poem would be such like an easy, fun little short format thing. Maybe I'll write a poem next week. All right, I think I have fixed it. Yes, I have fixed it. So, if you would like to see all of the entries, including just linguals, you can go to that link and enjoy it. Here it is on the page for everyone to see. The winner is right here, Otaka, a special kind of bee. Though, again, all of them are really, really wonderful. And especially Tilly, I really could imagine her like skittering around with drinks, and I thought it was really, really cute. But yeah, huge thank you to Yoni, Dr. Wildfire, Peasant Paint, Just Lingual, and Otaka. Otaka says, in the meantime, I can tell you guys about a big mistake I made. Oh, we would love that. Gotta balance out these wholesome vibes, yeah? Bee time. Otaka says, I bought Pragmata and I'm kind of dying of cuteness. Same, I didn't buy the game, but like it pops up on my Reddit feed, just little things that she does, and like, she's so cute. Oh my goodness, and it's such a good job. Goodness. Oh man. It is a written work, not a picture. So if you go to that link and click on a special bee, you will see the written work. You missed my dramatic reading of it at the beginning. Okay, time to make cute. Okay, I have a plan. Let's begin. Empress says, careful, Mia. Apparently seeing her can factory reset women to want to have kids again. Sarcasm. Yeah, definitely not. Heavy sarcasm. Good job. I enjoy from a distance. I thought of a horrible analogy and then I was like, oh, don't say that out loud. Nope, dang it. So it's kind of like going to the zoo. Like, I don't come home being like, oh boy, I wish I had a tiger. It's like, nope, I just like seeing it from a distance. That's nice. That's not a terrible analogy. That was just fine. Okay. We have begun creating Kyra. Alrighty, I want a little more feminine, a little shorter. That's the opposite of short. On the youngish side. A little heavier, because who is that skinny? Alrighty. Oh, and terribly mundane news. I got a 3-pack of shirts at Costco, and they're really soft. It was like 15 bucks for 3 shirts, and I'm like, oh, this is nice. So, I don't know. I like cheap clothes. Cheap, comfortable clothes. Big fan. Alright, isn't there a head size option? Yes, right here. Bigger head. And then larger eyes. Alright, that's all I need. The rest of this I can do myself. Okay guys, it's time for Mia to become a mother, as the prophet foretold. No. Oh gosh, that'd be a terrible one. Oh man. It goes both ways. Like, I've had people be like, oh, like you're so caring and attentive, like you'd be a great mother. And then they get to know me just a little bit better and they're like, you'd be a horrible mom. And I'm like, yes, this is the arc of understanding Mia. In the beginning, though, I can absolutely see why people would say that. And then you give it a little bit of time, and you're like, oh my god, no. right, first thing we're gonna do is give her a shirt. I think she would like to have a shirt. There we go. And the way that I create each one of these assets is simply by masking the shape that I like and extracting it. Throw a little Z remesher over that. There we go. Done. Shirt. Once it looks like the item at all, you move on. All right, these are going to be overall shorts. I want them kind of poofy. I don't know if I'll make the shorts and shirt a separate piece. Or not supposed to be, but I can do like an illusion, you know? Nah, we're not going to do an illusion. It's actually going to be one piece. But I'll have the straps as a separate piece. Piece. There we go. I said me, not you. It's my time. Oh, I'm just so used to reading me. You misspell my name so often on purpose, Aloha, saying Mia, M-E-A, instead of M-I-A, that I just 100% autocorrected it to be me. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, Aloha, yeah, go nuts. Don't want to take away from your moment. Oh, that's really funny. I read that in like the sassiest tone, like, no, Mia, it's my turn. It's my moment. Oh, last night I resubscribed to Shonen Jump on my phone, so I can read manga on my phone. And I'm reading Jujutsu Kaisen. Big fan so far. Big fan. I have a very sensitive tolerance for what I like to call like anime bullshit, and it hasn't gotten anywhere close to that. So I think I'm going to finish it. It's been very, very, very good. Why is it so hard to make this do what I want it to? Why can't you just be nice to me? Stroke, curve functions, no. Curve, lock start. I want crisscross straps, and you're not gonna be a shithead about it. No. Why? There we go. Oh, I'm so glad it twisted. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, that's as good as we're gonna get. So we're gonna do split mouse points. There comes a point with using the curve brush where you're happy with what you got and you leave it alone. So what I can do is I can stretch it to be the shape I want, and because I crease the edges when I do polish by features, it kind of falls into line nicely. There we go. You guys are not ready for how cute this character is gonna be. Ignore that she looks like a disturbed mannequin right now. It is early in the creation process. Very good. Merge down, have symmetry turned on, kind of scoot this over. All right, we have a shape. Great. Pretty good. Emperor says, look, just being a pet parent is stressful enough. Isn't that the truth? It's like you always have one pet that's doing well and one pet that's actively trying to die on you. And it's like, how about no? Currently, both of my pets, I have a dog and a horse, kind of a funny combo. They're both doing great. But I've become very, very attached to my neighbor's horses, and that's where problems are right now. It's always something. I think it'd be cute to have like some little fabric ties on her waist. Mostly an excuse to do some nice fabric sculpting later. You guys know I love doing that. Gosh, those are really uncomfortable looking shorts, aren't they? Let's relax on that. Can still have a cute booty, but just not in. There we go. Much better. All right, have a little bit here, and half the reason, no, I'm joking, maybe I'm not. Half the reason why I picked Otaka to win is because he said no gloves and no boots or no shoes. And I'm like, excellent. Both things I hate sculpting. Definitely did slightly influence. That and it was just an actually great character. All right, looking good. Kind of like this weird crotchal region going on right now, but we'll fix that as we go. All right, that's fine. And then we need some hair and a lovely hat. Don't want to pick a pre-made head. No, we're gonna do a new head. Where is my hats? No. Oh, I called it headgear for some reason. I get really crunchy when I name some of my files, and it's fun because I try to be very specific so future me will remember. And I've never used the word headgear once in my life. That's true. Oh my gosh, Aloha. Empress says, my dog, fine. Maybe a $300 vet bill here or there. My rabbit, oops, don't like eating something. $1,000 vet bill because exotic. Yeah. Yeah. I do not go to the vet unless I really think we have to. And so far, I have not been wrong. Nothing has happened. At one point, my dog, Maverick, he's sleeping right there. He ate a stink bug. And he like projectile vomited for like 20 minutes straight of hacking. So I got on the phone, I found the nearest emergency vet, and I was like, hey, may or may not be showing up. They can't charge you if you just say you might be showing up. And I was like, we're gonna give it a second. Hop onto Google, and it's like, after vomiting at 5 minutes, go to the vet. And I'm like, we don't live in that economy. Let's see how he's doing. And sure enough, he ended up being fine. But it was very scary. And I was also super annoyed because I was like, don't eat bugs. Gosh. I also have like an okay amount of like medical knowledge. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm not anything. But I've been around critters for a hot minute, so he wasn't vomiting blood, for example. So I was like, okay, well that's something to know. Same with my horse, like he went like 3-legged lame, which means he was just hopping around limping, and I'm like, well, it's either a tendon issue or ligament and he broke something, or it's an abscess. An abscess is not a big deal, so let's test for that first. And that's what it was. But it looked terrible. Oh my goodness, he looked miserable. And he's a huge baby. He would lay on his side and hold his leg up. I'm not kidding. I was like, that same month my neighbor's horse got an abscess and just hobbled around. Looked, you know, hobbled, but still moved around without a problem. Meanwhile, my horse is literally laying on its side, and that towards the end, he started doing this weird grunting sound. And I was like, you've got to stop. He was fine. I had this really gorgeous braid that I made recently, because I think it'd be cool if she had two, like, braids. I think I have it in the you have to put this away someday folder. That is not a joke. There it is. You have to put this away one day. The braid to end all braids, .obj. That sounds like the one I'm wanting. It's not even fluffed up right now. Okay. Well, we can make it fancier in just a moment. Otaka did say shoulder length curly hair, but I can be a menace and do whatever I want. Bug eating skill issue. Absolutely, I will let my dog know that. You know, I kind of don't want to deal with braids. So just kidding. I'm not going to do this. Maybe I will actually do what was described. Need to keep adding a few more components here. I think eyebrows and eyelashes would be nice. There we go. I remember there being a mini painting contest. Has there been a winner? You know. There's info on that on my Patreon. Voting's right now. We posted it yesterday. So make sure to go vote. We'll have another competition next month too. You should join. Alright, skinnier eyebrows. She looks slightly annoyed. We don't want that. Now she looks kind of sad. Pro strategy, do vet surgery research and get free consultations. I like it. I like it. There we go. It's looking better. So Single says, I kind of just wanted to write a fun story. I don't think my character translates into a fun model. I disagree. The way that you describe the cape with the patchwork I thought was a really cool like asset to sculpt. So I think that would have been really nice. All right, coming together a bit here. And then, do we have any, like, shoulder-length, curly, fluffed hair? I don't think so. But I can always make that happen. Oh, you know what? I have a really gorgeous hairstyle for my current Spicy Arts project. That might actually fit perfect. It's pretty much that hairstyle exactly. All right, let's go ahead and save this. And this will be our beekeeper. Kyra, the beekeeper druid. There we go. All right, I'm gonna open up my Spicy Arts project. This is a pinup. It's very tasteful, but there might be nudity depending on which stage I saved it at. So this one's super tame and tasteful, so don't be afraid. Assuming I know where I saved it. You think it'd be in Spicy Arts, but it wasn't. Is it in work in progress? No. Miscellaneous. I am gonna fire myself. Spicy Arts. Where is it? I probably called it Myconid something. Because I always overname when I want to try to find stuff. And nope, that did not there actually. Is it in my big boy folder? No, it's Fall of Aloha and Whisper in the Woods. Why do I do this to myself? There it is, Mycelium instead of Myconid. I love that I do that. That's really fun. Anyway, here is my pinup project. In 3, 2, there we go. God, she's so cute. Holy crap, love this model. This will be finished at some point. I mean, it's damn near almost finished. Cute. Again, super tasteful pinup. But her hair is like so what I'm imagining for this character. A million different hair strands. Let's go ahead and grab all these pieces. I wonder how many polys this is going to be. Oh, I grabbed her teeth. That's not the hairstyle I was wanting. We'll just kind of scoop in there and delete this. I don't think the hairstyle needs teeth and eyeballs. There we go. And it's totally bald on top, but that doesn't matter because this other model also has a hat. So we're good. All right. Let's estimate that's down to 100,000 points. Nobody fucks over Mia's workflow quite like Mia herself. This is true. I can't believe I said Mycelium instead of... I even tried, I was like, I probably overnamed it, so I probably called it Myconid. Nope. This looks amazing. Waiting for the male pinup. So that unintentional pinup that I did, because I followed one of Paint's really difficult pose ideas. One second, let me grab this. I think would be a really nice like suitor for her, which is Butterfly Face Seductive, so I named it. This guy. I think he would be a really, like, I need to workshop this a little bit more still, but I think that'd be a really fun male pinup to pair with that model. But that's not what we're doing today. And you guys will not distract me from this. We're gonna go back to what we were actually working on. There we go. Because shoulder length hair, that's curls at the shoulder. I mean, is that not exactly what this is? Perfect. Gonna require workshopping, like literally everything does. I love how having the hat kind of low, it makes her look really grimdark. All right, where is this going to fit? That's about right. How in the world did this fit on a person's head before? I usually have these really clear, like little ear cutouts, and it's not happening right now. Get those bangs out of the way. All right, it's a good start. The face needs a lot of work, but we're not getting sidetracked right now. Good job, me. All right, what are some other little details and things I want to add to this character? I think this is a good time to add a base. And then we'll have kind of like our first checkpoint for the stream. There we are. Excellent. And then, ooh, I already have a beehive. And I have a queen bee, which there's just, this model, I just have a whole set that can complement her, and I'm really, really excited for that. Also, Otaka, I read your story when you first submitted it, and I left like a nice comment because I was excited about it, and then it didn't send because I don't know, internet, and then I never typed the comment again. So sorry that you had 0 acknowledgement when you submitted your thing, but I mean you won, so it all worked out. I don't know, I saw that didn't send. It was like, try again. I was like, so I hold down the message for it to resend and just deleted it, and I was like, I cannot summon that energy again. It's gone. This is giving 80s curls, lots of hairspray. Aloe is so sad. No one wants to compliment themselves for question of the day. Yeah, guys, stop being weird. Go be nice to yourselves. The question of the day today is, imagine the current version of yourself was a friend. What compliment would you give them? And then I immediately struggled with it, and so did Bunny. I said, you always try your best. I like that. Bunny said, I see you try very hard to be kind, but you don't need to try so hard. It comes naturally. Which is so sweet. And I thought it was interesting that Bunny and I both had like acknowledgements, like the compliment was about trying, which I thought was interesting. Oh, amazing. Reaper said, I thought you said no more bees. Bunny says, I said no, more bees. Oh, English. Amazing. All right, and we continue. I just want this base to tell its own little story. So we're going to have the beehive, I'm going to add a tree stump, and I'm going to add an asinine amount of flowers, as opposed to not enough flowers. Every time I see this tree stump that I saved, I'm like, surely I could have done a better job sculpting a tree stump. And then I put it in the scene, and I'm like, it's fine. Never mind. It'd be kind of cute if she had little plants on the tree stump that were in little planters. Maybe she is crossbreeding her own like variants, because depending on what kind of flower that bunnies, bees pollinate, it tastes different. Oh goodness, that's not what I wanted at all. There we go. This little, there we go, plant is way too thin from one side. So yeah, I'm gonna throw some plants right here. I might do something with them later, I might not. We're just gonna put 3 because things look best in groups of 3. I'm tempted to put this freaking lantern pinned to the side of the tree stump. Again, this lantern has now come up in 2 of Otaka's requests, and I'm realizing actually almost 3, because Otaka also requested the mannequin warlock, and I gave it a lantern. It wasn't this one exactly, but it was very, very similar, so it was this one. Yes, I'm going to. I think it's funny. I'll figure out how I want to actually incorporate, but I'm just going to throw it right here because I just think it looks cool and whimsical. On today's episode of More is More. Alright, she needs to have little pouches and stuff on her because collecting pollen, honey, that kind of stuff. I think this is the bag that I want. Yes. Yeah, have this kind of like little chunky pack on her hip. I think would be really cute. And just one. I don't think we really need to have a ton of these. Lamp time. Okay, we have 14 viewers. That's my favorite number. All right, we're gonna put this little stamp up here. This is that early block out. This is where a lot of my students have their first meltdown because it's absolutely soulless. It's kind of auraless, you know, it's boring. And this is really where the fun part happens. What I consider this, to make it a baking analogy, is this is gathering all your ingredients. So you're about to make cookies or something. So on your counter, you have laid out the chocolate chips, the flour, the sugar, the baking soda, all that kind of stuff. That's what this is. It's just ingredients. If you walked around, took a teaspoon of baking soda, and you thought it didn't taste good, that's on you. It's not done. You've hardly even mixed it together. So right now is the mixing is the fun part, yeah? All right, so she's kind of boring body shape. Kind of looks like my body shape actually, just normal. I kind of want to give her a more interesting body shape. And by that, I just mean like something like what's going to like really suit this character. Bees are kind of pear-shaped. They kind of have like, I don't know, natural booty to them. I think it'd be cute, like on a serious note, to make her a bit more pear-shaped. I just think it'd make this model more interesting to look at. And I don't like how I worded this necessarily being like this is a boring body shape versus interesting. I think I'm allowed to say that because like it's boring to me because I'm like, yep, that just person shaped. So it's fun for me to do body shapes that don't look like mine, which is a lot, obviously. So literally anything different would be more fun for me. So let's go ahead and do that. To change the body shape without having to change too much else, I really like going into Transpose Master. This is a workflow you guys don't see on stream very often. I usually use Transpose Master just to pose, but I also really like using it again for changing body shape. So let's do that. Yeah, pear-shaped, exactly. So to do that, I think it's really easy for people to just be like, okay, haha, pear-shaped. Kind of, but just be a little more careful. Think about the way the proportions are going to sit. So I'm going to start with her butt, and I'm going to get rid of the, oh, if I add like little frilly lace, would that be too cutesy? Would that be too much like bloomers? It's my model. We'll see what I want to do. Anyway, I might add some frill to this. Because you don't want to like destroy bones. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, I have seen people shape like that, but like people come in literally every shape and size, so anything can be correct. Just think about what you want. Similar to anything that you're adding fat to, so anything that we just kind of broadly call as like curves, gravity is going to affect that. So resist the urge to make everything hemispheres like this. Instead, more just think teardrop for pretty much everything. All right, and again, we're not breaking bones. So the back of the leg will still be straight, and then the curve will still sit on the front of the thigh. And then same going for the legs on the lower leg here. The shin, we're not breaking bones, will still be straight, but we'll be adding more volume to the calf, which is where there's actually already a natural curve. Also, for 3D printing, bonus points if you want to make curvier characters or just anything that's not just like this like slim athletic build, they do print a little better because there's more material. I used to be really nervous talking about bodies or sculpting or just body shapes in general because I feel like there's a lot of like wrong and right ways to say things. And I think as long as you're just trying to be kind, it's okay. If someone wants to misconstrue what you're saying, they were never gonna hear what you were saying anyway. So don't be afraid to create whatever you want. There was an artist that I really like. When she was first starting out, she pretty much just drew boys, and people would be like, why do you draw girls? And now she pretty much only draws girls, and people were like, well, why don't you draw boys? So just do what you want, is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's give her a little bit of belly. It's also kind of a misconception that this little like pooch or like pouch that like all women have right here are organs. It's actually not. I've heard that before where I'm like, oh, it's your uterus. Your uterus actually sits a lot higher up. This is just fat, and that is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it was a really sweet thing originally, and people were like, haha, like that is my organs. Stop trying to make me get rid of that. And I'm like, it's actually not, but you're still right. You can be whatever. It is absolutely fine to be that shape. And then I'm not really adding enough volume like here and here just because it makes it really hard to pose. So I usually don't add a lot of volume to the thighs until they're posed because it's really hard to grab individual legs otherwise. There we go. Mia, why do you only make humans? Where is the eldritch? Where is the whimsy? We demand fupa. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, thank you. Yep. There we go. And again, girls are a lot more heart-shaped, or not heart-shaped, pear-shaped. And there we go. Oh, amazing. For my next D&D character, I'll be playing as a druid gunslinger, the Gloctopus. That is hysterical paint. Oh, I like that a lot. I'm gonna give her like a bit of a softer jawline. I think it's normal to sculpt characters that, or like draw people that look like you in the beginning. It's just normal. So as you get better at stuff, try to branch out. And by that, I mean I tend to like to sculpt characters that have bigger noses. and tend to like, again, more like a slim athletic build and like a more defined jawline. By no means do I have some like cut jawline, but on the spectrum, I guess so. So I think some more softer jawlines would be nice. Wow, I gave her these really, really gigantic lat muscles. I mean, she can lift too, I guess. She is a literal worker bee. Oh, kind of like a funny pro tip, but I mean, this can backfire, so I don't know. Something that has helped me, because we all have insecurities, right, is to incorporate those into drawings or sculpts or whatever, and especially put them in a way that is still like really appealing, I guess. It just makes your characters look more human, and then you realize like, oh, there's like literally no reason to be insecure about being human shaped. Human shaped for the win. So this is pretty like like soft pear shape. This definitely isn't like a very extreme change from what I had, but I do think it already reads a lot more interesting. Something that can also help is just turning it black, and then there we go. What was I saying? Working from the silhouette. If you're worried you're not making big enough changes. Do we give them a stinger to reference the bee? No, I'm not going to put a spike on her butt. Cute in concept, bizarre in execution. She would just have a spike butt. She's a druid, so she can shape change fully into a human or a bee. I think having someone that's a bit more pear-shaped with really long legs is not working. So let me fix that. I don't want to scrunch her feet too much, but I can deal with that later. There we go. That's better. Wait, a bee bag. Like a bee butt bag. I'm not putting anything on her butt. But I do have a really cute bag that's gonna go on her hip. Alright, and then now I'm gonna take my move brush and just kind of like exaggerate. Just kind of like scoot things around. Like this makes her look more broad in the shoulders, more tough. Also the thing it's doing to her jaw is very funny. But just anytime I think I can push things farther, which is all the time, I will do this where I just grab my move brush and just push things a bit. All right, there's a lot I can clean up here, so let's go ahead and do that. I like how it's turning out though. If she can shapeshift, maybe spike on the forehead, unicorn bee. We're not putting spikes on her anyway. No, no spikes, no capes. Okay, so it is like the abdomen of a bee is the shape of it. But it looked like she's just wearing one of her dismembered friends. But I like the idea of just like bee-themed accessories. We can definitely workshop that. Wow, look at this really delicious ziri mesher that happened here. Ugh, God. Okay, let's try again, but with same. Why? Why? There you go. Just got to give it a second chance. Oh, since paint is here, I feel like I must ask, what is your pose suggestion? Would love to know what extremely difficult pose you have in mind, because I know it's going to be a great pose. It's just going to be very difficult. Reminder to not, to fight the urge to have your clothing like stick to your character like saran wrap. Really think about how it will sit off of the body. Hello, Catfish. Mia, the bees have spared me. Yes, I read your comment out loud to my husband. I thought it was very, very funny and annoying. All right, damn standard. I want to start making her face look a bit cuter. Gonna keep Cupid's bow. Outlining her lips does make it a little bit easier to print. I also find it easier to edit the facial features when there's like this really clear outline. Oops. Lazy radius a little too strong for me right there. And I think it'd be cute to give her kind of like this little button upturned nose. And then a facial expression would be nice. That's all I came here to say. Goodbye. Goodbye, Catfish. I agree, the bee backpack sounds fun. Backpack would be cute. I'm going to duplicate this eyelash brick here, and I kind of want to just give like a larger eye shape. All right, and a smile. Add in these little lines right here, which I know looks weird at first. Trust the process. And then we need to build up her cheeks on her face. Try to get this like triangle area when people smile. And a real smile, not like a smile, like a real smile. Sculpting smiles is very difficult, but I believe in you. Just one step at a time. I bet you guys can find cute pictures of like bee backpacks and bee themed accessories on Pinterest. I recommend using the Move topological brush, not Move, when positioning like eyelids, because you don't want to actually squish the eyeball itself into a different shape. The corners of the nose get brought up just a touch. I might show some teeth. I'm just being very, very careful using Move topological. Is there an easier way to do that? Yeah, pretty much always is. There we go. Inflate the teeth. And bring them together a bit. I want all of these to be touching. There we go. And then that upper lip will be a little bit thinner. And don't want to lose the volume on the nose. Usually I will actually mask different parts of the face to prevent it from looking smushed on other aspects of the face. But I'm feeling brave today. There we go. Yes, Maverick. Just my dog with a great big snore. Kind of a goofy smile here, but it's coming together. Look how scary you can make this if you pull the eyes down. Goodness gracious. Again, the face is very, very sensitive, so don't be discouraged if you're working on facial expressions and you're like, ah, it looks dumb. Let autosave happen. Don't mess with it when autosave is doing stuff. Unless you want to invoke the wrath of ZBrush. And we're just gonna kind of like smooth her features here just a little bit. I don't mind having a softer jawline, but her chin got a little wide on me. Here we go. Gonna make her neck a little bit thinner. And a little bit more volume to her cheeks. It's starting to look sweeter. It's coming together. Autosave during ZBrush, Dynamesh always scares the hell out of me. Same. I usually put my pen down entirely and I'm like, please don't crash. All right, let's roll that hat back a little bit. Why are you doing this little smile? Would you just look good without so much effort? No, it says. It's okay, I will win. Move those teeth over a little bit. Mask. There. Oh, I also think adding some crow's feet to her smile would be cute. Doesn't just have to be like, oh, it makes them look old. I'm like, eh, most people have some crinkles right there. I also think some dimples would be really cute. It's this upper lip that's just deciding to be a problem. There we go. And now I need to mask the nose, but not the lip. Drop subdivision level. It's really just knowing what's going to move and what's not going to move. It is half the battle when sculpting expressions. And remember, the top lip is not going to form a smile shape. It's going to be pretty straight, and it's a bottom lip that's really going to make that smile shape happen. Obviously, it's going to go up a little bit, but a lot of it's going to be here. Hello, Aloha. Jump scare. Just for you. We're doing a smile that wants to be an eldritch horror. I will win. It's all part of this process. Here we go. Goodness gracious. That's looking a lot cuter, actually. I don't blame you if you if people watching can't quite see it yet. When she has like hair and eyelashes and stuff, you guys will see it. I'm not going to give her like proper elf ears, but I am going to give just a slight point. What are we doing to her? Joy. I kind of dig the toothless beekeeper. You guys are fun. See? And then she looks cute. Wait, or cuter. We're getting there. It's gonna be really, really cute when it's done, and not a moment before. Cute. There's moments here where I see it coming together and I'm like, oh, she's really cute. What do my eyebrows do when I smile? Nothing. They do literally nothing. Okay. So let me stop posing them so much and find a neutral expression. Yeah, there you go. That's cute. Getting there. And then her hair would be a bit longer. There we go. You know, I think she might actually need a necklace, guys. All right, so I need to move this back just a touch. Or I need to move her teeth forward. There we go. Can you put Buzz the Bee on her hat or face? I could. I totally forgot about that. And I mentioned Tabber Pets earlier today for the first time in a hot minute. Because it has been a hot minute since we've done new Tabber Pets. I want to get back into the flow of streaming without any attachments, but I would definitely say I'm back in the flow again. So, should be a fun month in May. There we go. And then these curls right here, I'm going to build up using just a simple build-up brush. All right, I'm going to duplicate this piece here. All right, that has a pretty good base shape on it, and then I'm gonna Dynamesh it so I can further work that mesh. There we go. Perfect. It's pretty symmetrical right here, so I'm going to break that. There we go. I can do some sort of like cool swirl right here to break this up. Nice. Cute. Very cute. What other items do we have? Not seeing anything that I absolutely need. So we'll move this for now. Absolutely. And I might have a fabric swash right here that I can kind of use. Yeah, thank you for subscribing, Serenity Falls. What a pretty name. It's a fun username. All right, where is... You know what? I'll just sculpt it from scratch and you guys get another little fabric demo. More is more. All right, so this for this piece of fabric right here, we're gonna ZBrush it so it's nice and clean. I'm gonna use polish by features just to get the shape as clean as possible. This right here, I'm just gonna delete because there's no reason not to just layer up the same detailed piece. All right, let's make sure the fit is good. Very good. Awesome. So what's happening here? I know that the fabric is being kind of grouped up to the right or left. So I want to keep that in mind when I'm sculpting these folds. Let's go ahead and add some thickness to it. I'm using dynamic subdiv to do that. I'm adding a bunch of thickness, just having it extrude through the body because I will remesh that later for 3D printing. Let's see what a subdivide looks like. It's gonna be a little mushy, I know that. If I want to keep it crisp, I can crease the edge, but I don't think I need that right now. I think I'll keep the mushy, and then I will use the slash brush to kind of mark out some plane changes. The slash brush is greedy, it wants a lot of polys, just keep that in mind, otherwise it looks kind of pixelated. And then I also like using it with Lazy Mouse. It's a little too intense. I'm going to lower the intensity of the brush. That's fine. All right, I'm going to hide the bag, but I'm going to keep everything else visible. And again, we're thinking about where these fabric folds are going. It's a lot more thinking than it is the actual sculpting sometimes. So it's going to kind of be loose here. It's going to kind of swoosh up here into a compression fold. And there'll be more of these folds where it's being pinched. I mean, think about like you're taking fabric and you're pinching it together. It's all coming to kind of like an apex point right here on her hip. And I think I want to be swooshier on her hip here. So I'm going to increase the intensity of the brush, or I will simply press harder. I don't like that this is kind of sucked in, so I'll bring that back. Like that. And you can use this to also kind of cheat and get like clean edges where your meshes are intersecting. I don't know why I said cheat. There's nothing cheating about it. All right, come here. And then once I kind of know my general plan, I don't think too hard about it. I just keep adding more. There we go. I know there's more folds over here, less over there. Now that I kind of have these plane changes mapped out, I'm going to use my standard brush, also with a little bit of lazy radius. And let's bulk up those folds. Remember, you want to be subtracting material as well as adding material. If you just add material, your fabric folds are probably going to look kind of lumpy. I say probably, because I'm sure there's a way to do it. I would hate if anyone ever watched me sculpt and thought that that was the way to do it. It's not really the case. There's so many different ways to do something. I like to sculpt in a way that prioritizes like a combination of speed and I don't want to say efficiency because that just sounds so crunchy, but Anyway, I make a lot of models a month, so it's important to me that they look really good for a relatively short amount of time. But that's not, there's always a trade-off, right? Like, what is it? It's like that triangle of pick 3. If you want to pick high quality, fast, or cheap, you know, you can't have all 3. In this case, I'm not getting paid directly per model. It all just goes on Patreon. I get this bulk sum. But I've kind of built an audience, and I think I know what they expect me to produce every month. Sometimes I swear I could take a whole month off and they would just be happy to hang out. I am very lucky to have such a wonderful audience supporting me. But also I'd be so bored if I took a whole month off, so that would never happen. There we go. I am going to be taking a brief vacation at the end of May. My neighbor and I are going to go on a bit of a weekend trip for a colt starting clinic. So I'm really excited. So just like teaching little horses to be good adult horses. Teaching them a job, the best way to put it. Anyway, so we're going to watch some professionals do that in real time with some young horses. It'll be really fun. There we go. So I got this swatch of fabric. It looks quite nice. Maybe a little lumpy in some spots, but honestly, depending on what kind of fabric we're working with, that's not the worst thing. And if you wanted to clean it up, you could always take a copy of this, Z-remesh it, and then rebuild up those forms. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of speed. All right, let's bring her body back. I'm now going to duplicate this, make it much skinnier, and add a layer here. And the reason why I'm crushing this duplicate down, just so it doesn't look too samey. That's really it. And then you decide, is this going to be on top or is this going to be a lower layer? I think it's going to be underneath, so I'll go ahead and nudge it with my move brush underneath. And then get a rough fit in place. And then why am I adding this at all? Generally, I find duplicating nicely detailed things and copying them around looks pretty good. Not always the case. Like, this might not be the case, honestly. We'll just leave that for right there. Neighbor date, let's go. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. That would be smart. I saw your message in our secret chat, Aloha. I agree with that. I still haven't post-processed those, and it's making me so mad because I have it. It is like actually on the to-do list, and I just run out of time at the end of the day before it is done. But soon. It happens. All right, let's get this nice and detailed. There we go. Add some thickness to that. Apply. Crease edges, and then I have a couple of different ways I can add trim to this. I can use a curved brush, or I can extrude it directly from the mesh. Let's see how extruding it with Z-Modeler looks. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. To do that, I'm going to insert an edge loop, and then I'm going to extrude poly loop. I'm going to do it once, and then twice. There's some trim, and I'll do the same thing right here. Once, twice. And then for a little bit more visual interest, another one. And then when I subdivide that, it should round off really nicely, and it did. Nice. And then I can use that slash brush again to kind of create seams. Select that. There we go. And then, is it enough of her butt visible to do pockets? Yes. Because I don't want to sculpt things that aren't going to be visible. I do that all the time. I do that enough as it is. I'm just using the slash brush to kind of piece this together. This is a lo-fi remix of a song for Expedition 33. This is nice. We need to finish that game. There we go, just a little simple pocket. There we go. Ooh, I should do a pocket on her, on the front of this too. And I can probably just use the slash brush again to do that. What should I put in the pocket? Maybe some flowers? There we go. Is that ripping through the back? No. Good job, ZBrush. Alright, kind of building that up so it's the same height. I'm going to mask it and then clay polish just to make it look a little smoother. Nice. And then more fabric folds. And you just look at stuff and you're like, is it being pulled or squished together? Any areas where that's happening, put a fold. So anywhere where there's a joint, anywhere there's bending, which is a lot. And everyone has different ways like to add fabric folds. I am a more is more kind of person, so I add a lot. Some bees. Yeah, there definitely needs to be a bunch of bees on this. We even have a Tavern pet bee. I don't know if I want to add it to this model though, because it's so different stylistically. I'm thinking about it. There we go. These are looking so cute. I like it. A Nintendo Game Boy in that little pocket. Because why not? Because it doesn't fit theme. That would be cute though. Alright, so I'll divide these a few times and then I need to add some buckles. I'm gonna add custom brush in. Hello, Yoni, welcome in. Thank you for submitting to the art club. I'm really happy that you put it in. And technically it was late, but I still included it, no problem. So I was happy that you still shared it. All right, we lower, just like that. And last time's a charm. All right, which one of these I delete Septive on? That one. There we go. Very nice. Cute. As you add these little details, you know, it really starts to come together. Yoni says, thank you for taking my submission. Of course, of course. Especially, I mean, you even posted like a work in progress earlier. So I knew you were working on it. Also, I lose literally nothing by just sharing more art. It's a win-win all the way around. What's going to be the theme for next month? I guess you'll just have to wait and find out. I am really excited about it though. I expect there's going to be a lot of entries for next month. It's just one of those kind of themes. There we go. Amazing what a little bit of trim does. And a seam right down the side. More fabric folds. And we'll make this shirt kind of baggy. we go. And then I might as well detail the front of this. I think some of that fabric fold will show. Yes, just a little bit. Really starting to come together as all these details fit in. Just gotta trust the process. The next theme. No, it is not. Thank you, Optimistical. It's very, very cute. Very cute. Food smacking ASMR. That sounds terrible. Oh, there's Duke. Hello. So I just had to rewind to catch the narrative ending. Have you ever considered doing ASMR? No. God, no. I am so weirdly sound sensitive. Well, like the food. Okay, no. ASMR is... No, I hate all of it. No. The answer is no. I love how, like, if I don't want to seem too harsh, I try to, like, backpedal and it gets in this weird convoluted. No, I have, like, it's a symptom. It's not a thing. Like, misophonia, it's so bad sometimes. I remember one time when I was in college, I was, I was sitting in the back of the class and then, so no one could sit behind me, but I somehow there was a seat behind me and this guy came in and just, with, like, a full lunch, it just went to town. And I had to leave class because I had such a fit over it. Like, this is like an embarrassing quirk. Like, I'm smiling about it because, like, laugh. But, yeah, no, I am weird with sound. Super weird. Oh, goodness. Especially, like, mouth sounds, which is weird because, like, if a dog is eating or, like a horse, horses smack their mouth like crazy when they eat. Doesn't bother me at all. It's very contextual. But, yeah. But, yeah, what about... the stream made you think about ASMR? I'd rather have the dog snoring in the background than ASMR. Thank you. Exactly. My people. Oh, look. My God, it's Yoni. Yoni's been around every now and then. If we don't laugh, we cry. Right? And there's enough of that. And it's gotten a lot better. I'm not nearly as... weird about it. I remember Googling it. I was like, how to cure, fix, treat misophonia. And Google was like, you don't. And I was like, that's useless. There's obviously something I can do. So, yeah. Aloha. Lovingly. I have the same thing, but only when Catfish talks. That whimsical, devilish tone and funny accent makes me hate having ears. I mean, it's just an American accent. I mean, I feel like I don't sound that different than the Catfish. Oh, that's hilarious, though. You were half of the reason why I added the Catfish's little face from Peak as an emoji, and it's too good. I didn't add it on YouTube, though. I should have. Gosh, that is really funny. All right, I think this brush is going to be perfect. And then maybe, this is like the frill I was thinking about adding, but now I'm like, maybe not. It looks kind of dumb. What if I just make it kind of a little flowy? So to do this, I'm using the standard brush and I'm adding and subtracting material all the way around. Yeah, kind of like a little frilly dress almost. A little bit. Nozzle says, I have this rare condition that I get misophonia whenever my partner speaks. Haha, yes, she is reading this. Yeah, I was gonna say that is savage. Careful. Careful to put that evil out there. Very brave of you. Alright, I think her knees are weirdly detailed. But knees just kind of look like that. Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, she's cute. This is finally coming together. Yeah, look how soulless this version up here looks versus what we have now. That's why I'm like, you just gotta roll with it. It will come together, I promise. Can we not do that? Can we just fill object pale? Thanks. Perfect. Goodness. I never know what I'm going to see when I look over to read the chat. I really don't. Where's that gif of like, why can't you just be normal? I feel like that a lot. Alright, I'm going to add some pockets because, obviously. Maybe with thick trim on it? Oh, you can't see it at all. What did I expect? I don't like this extra swath of fabric actually, which I'm really surprised. I thought for sure I would. I didn't. I'm going to scoot this over a touch to see if I can get it to be visible. Ah, I just want these pockets to be visible. It's so cute, and they don't want to be. Will I change this entire design to just show these little pockets? Yes, I probably will. Let's just make this thinner. Yeah, that's super cute. And then what kind of fabric folds would be on her belly? Probably just like their intention. So I just have like a mental library of like the types of folds that I use. Like I say like tension and compression to sound fancy on stream, but in reality I think like back, crotch, like I do the exact same folds in certain areas. Like the back ones, I do it like this almost every single time. If I'm feeling fancy, I'll do it kind of like a Y shape occasionally, not usually. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to just kind of like have like this repertoire of types of folds that you do in the same kind of areas. And then if you're doing a fold somewhere where you haven't in a long time or you're not really sure on what to do, you can think like, is this area similar to something I normally add fabric folds to? And then just like copy paste. It is always better to try and put something there instead of being nervous and putting nothing. So in my sketchbook, I've been drawing hands recently and they're terrible. But at least I'm doing something with them. Sometimes I cover them up by the time, like I'll like literally draw the world's ugliest, horrible hand. And then afterwards I'll put like a basket on it or like something, a cloud. But I did it the first time. I at least tried. Oh, I didn't post a sketchbook update yesterday. I totally forgot. I even have an alarm, which means the alarm went off and I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then I didn't. Otaka says, one of the girls I take care of at work literally teases me after she once saw me react with an ugh to ASMR. She whispers stuff into my ear to annoy me. That would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy. Yeah, I was super high strung once. Imagine that. And it was me and my friends. We were driving back from like the zoo or something. And Ricky was driving and my two friends were in the back seat. And I was just like in a fit over something. I can't remember what it was. I think one of my friends was being a turd. I love them, but they're a turd. They're just being like super crunchy or negative about something. And I was being really dry back, but they weren't picking it up. Pretty much imagine someone being like, the moon landing's fake. And I'm like, you believe in the moon? Like I was being super sarcastic and over the top and they weren't picking up on it. And then they finally started to notice that I was annoyed. And so then they whispered something, like they started whispering in my ear and I like grabbed a water bottle and tried to like murder them with it. It was not a proud moment. I was like, I am a grown ass adult. Why did I do that? I like took the water bottle and just like, bam, like, yeah, I don't know why I did that. And afterwards I was like, why did I do that? Everyone laughed. Everyone thought it was funny, I guess. But I was like, no, No, that was not good. I didn't do it again. Anyway, this is fun. There. Yeah. Chewing noises directly in her ear. See, I would probably like have a literally cry over that. I just, oh my goodness. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway. This character is looking super cute. And slowly becoming more pear-shaped. I don't do intentional body types other than like super emaciated for like undead liches versus like super hulked out barbarians. It's pretty rare that I do like a normal body, like something you would see at the grocery store. Unless you have liches at your local grocery store, which I worry for you then. Oh, and like always, thank you guys for hanging out with me while I work. I think it's really fun. Having a moment where I'm like, am I talking about things that I don't like too much? What are some things that I like? Oh my goodness. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. I don't think I've made her look quite young enough to be missing a tooth, but I kind of can't help it. I just think missing one tooth would be really cute, but you're not going to be able to tell at all when she's printed, so perhaps she will keep all of her teeth. I also think it'd be cute if her hair was kind of like really pooled around her face, like a lot of hair. I'm unsure. Gonna try some stuff. So you're gonna see me grab the move brush and do all kinds of weird stuff. This is literally like someone with a sketchbook doing like searching lines essentially. Yeah, see, that looks better. I feel like from this angle it's really cute, but from front on it's a little weird. Maybe? No, she looks cute. I do think having some hair in front of her face would be cute. I just big fan of messier looking hairstyles because it's just more convincing. Oh, ZBrush was like, do not mess up her hair. That's fine. Duke said, Mia, the tone of your voice during your reading and the chill vibes made me think of ASMR. Also, I have ended a friendship with someone I used to game with because he wouldn't stop chewing in the mic. Huzzah to that. I would 100% do that as well. Also, I appreciate you saying that. That's sweet. I've never, yeah. I mean, I just think I have kind of like a nothing voice. I've never really had anyone comment on it in any particular way. I liked reading out loud in class. I was probably like the one kid that wanted to be picked on to read aloud in class. But yeah, I appreciate you saying that. That's very nice. I also think just, yeah, you mentioned it well, like the vibes of the stream are definitely very relaxed, which is nice. Just Linkle said, I'm back. I know you all missed me. And Devin, notice my absence. Who is Devin? Just in time, Lingual, for the 2-hour ASMR session starting in 5 minutes. Yeah, can you imagine? Goodness. That'd be a fun April Fool's joke, though. We're a little far out to be thinking about April Fools. All right, I want her hat to be perhaps really big. So I'm gonna flip it upside down, turn off perspective, grab my move brush, and just move the brim way out. Just see what it looks like. And if I decide that I like it, I'll keep it. So here is the before, here is the after. Ah, more. More is more. All right. Cute. What if the top of her hat was a beehive? Oh no, she's bald. There. And not like this, because I think that would look stupid, maybe? Yeah. I mean, it kind of looks like a witch hat, actually. I could probably work with that. Just putting a full beehive looks stupid. But I could maybe lower it. No. Nah. Nah, don't like it. Don't like it. What if it was like small and off-centered? Nope, weird. What if she had a beehive on her hip? Nope, doesn't make sense. What if... This is what I'm talking about, where like it's fun, like as a creative. Like, don't be attached to your ideas. You'll have more fun, I promise. And it's not to practice saying no to yourself all the time. It's just, I don't know, it's fun to have lots of ideas, but not be particularly attached to any of them. I think it's a really important part with your art and being able to take critique as well. That was the end of that point. Ricky, do you think Mia's voice is calming? I don't think he's going to see that, and there's only one correct answer to that. Maybe missing something honeycomb related. I agree, there's just nothing honeycomb here. I know... Yeah, we haven't... Where's the bee? Where's the bee stuff? I thought it'd be cute if she was holding, like, the little, like, bee stick stirring thing. This thing. Yeah. If she was, like almost like it's a wand, you know, like spell casting in some way. Oh, look, you summoned my husband. He says yes. Very nice. Honeycomb base. To do a honeycomb base, I'm going to Dynamesh this, make it a little bit smaller. It's going to be a raised honeycomb platform. We're going to subdivide it a bunch of times. I'm going to go to noise, because there's one that looks like honeycomb, I think. Please. Yay, there is. It looks super fucked up, which is normal. That's everything in ZBrush the first time. Click on surface, edit, brings up your noise plugin, frame so you can actually see it, and now you can mess with stuff to hopefully not look stupid. Where is my... Come on. What is this? Okay, reset. Not scale. Not messing with scale. We just need to turn the angle around. There you go, Mia. It's like I thought about it and then it worked. Okay, Z is not helpful. Why is there 2 layers of you? I just want one. Don't understand. I could UV unwrap this to make sure it lays nicely, but I won't. Okay. Oh wow, it looks perfect in here. That has never happened to me before, where the preview is wrong. Neat. That's fine. Ooh, look at that. Why are you doing this, ZBrush? Be cute. Stop it. That's just because the intensity is too high. That's fine. So come over here to strength, and instead of -5, that's why I was being silly. Let's just put it somewhere so it looks nice. Instead of letting ZBrush decide how to do it, we're gonna do mask by noise. I highly recommend doing this instead of just clicking apply. And now that we have this, I can control it myself. And now we have a little bit of a honeycomb base. I do want it to look a little bit nicer. So let me think about that. I just think it'd look better if it was larger. Why is the preview wrong? You're breaking my brain, ZBrush. Genuinely. We're gonna reset everything and now it looks different. This doesn't seem to do anything, which is fine. We're just gonna go to what we had, and we're gonna be happy with what we had. New plan. All right, we have a little honeycomb wafer, which I can then use in put places. Yeah, that's pretty cute. And then on the edges here, I can take my build-up brush and kind of blend it in a little nicer. UV unwrap. Never. Alright, the honeycomb on the base looks good. And then I'm going to duplicate this. And we're going to... Oh, it'd be cute if she had little like honeycomb wafer cookies, you know? How cute would that be? This is way too small to show up nicely on a print. I can fix that. If I just make it smaller. No. Interesting. Just kidding. I like it. It works. It totally does. I was also being very melodramatic. I appreciate you giving any sort of tips. All right, this is 700,000 points, which is crazy. So let's reduce that by a bunch. We're also going to start thinking about a pose. Yeah. That's a smart husband answer. Deep bow. I can tell you hold at least a green belt in husband jutsu. That's hilarious. Oh, goodness. Let's do a little collection of these like honeycomb cookies in a, you guessed it, group of 3. And then that is what I'm going to put in the little pouch in her overalls. Getting rid of the largest one. Just having a couple of these show. Cute. And then maybe having her shirt have this honeycomb texture would be nice. I am going to mask the trim really quickly, just so that's not affected. And I did mean very quickly, so if I decide that the messiness of the mask holds back the design, I will deal with that then. Click number 9 to drop a quick save. ZBrush can be a little upset when you oh, look, another honeycomb texture that works way better than the other one I grabbed. Neat. All right. Anyway, ZBrush can be a little sensitive when you come in and out of this surface noise modifier, so I just like to drop a save. Yeah, how cute is that? Just like some cool bee stuff. Just thinking about this. I think it'd be cooler if it actually had like the harsh edges. I'm just trying to think of an easy way to do that. I think I have an idea. I'm gonna create a mesh here, edit it under surface, make this much, much larger. Just like that, maybe a little smaller. There. Okay, apply. I don't think I need it more dramatic than that. And then maybe I can cut sections away manually using the knife lasso brush. Feeling optimistic. But first we'll decimate it. We'll see. Dropping a save. The knife brush also isn't ZBrush's favorite thing. I think I've been playing about ZBrush a lot today. I like the software. I feel the need to say that. I wouldn't use it otherwise. Alright, let's just like kind of messy cut some of these sections out and see if I get a shape that I like. Because it doesn't need to be exact, I just think it'd be nice. Nope. To have something that isn't obviously a circle or a square. Oh, I guess that's connected some way. There. This is working. We'll see if it's usable in any way. The trick was just not spending a whole lot of time on it. Because it's just supposed to be a test, right? Okay, we got a little section here. All right. Let's see if I can dynamesh this. Inflate the edges, makes it look a little bit smoother. I don't mind if it's a little bit rough. And I don't see anything that's like catastrophically bad on the edges. So I think we're in business. Neat. Honey. Oh, the honeycomb texture to apron work. I mean, the curves aren't a big deal if I just spend 2 seconds UV unwrapping it, but I think it'd just be too noisy. I thought about it though. I did think about it. But I want you to know that you don't have to worry about curves. You can totally apply noise wherever you want without distortion. I'm just being a hooligan. Very important to me that you know that. I'm like, oh no, don't not do things because I'm a bad example. All right, so we have some honeycomb here. I just want like lots of cool bee stuff everywhere. I think this would have been better if I just got rid of one more section. And although you know how to unwrap things. Yeah, because you've done like fancy texturing and stuff. So yeah, if you just put the seams like on the side of her apron, for example, it would be like, it would look perfect. I was gonna do a full UV unwrapping demo, but I was like, wait, I don't have to do that. You already know. You know, I might as well put this in my "you have to put this away someday" folder. Call it item, honeycomb. And I think that would look better up here than these little wafers, maybe. Or we'll just keep both. More is more, you know? I'm a little sad I didn't make it chunkier though. I'm just not gonna read very well, and then I can't even extrude it. Sad. Looks much cleaner than the base thing that I made though. So I'll hide that, replace that with this. I think that looks really cool. Yeah, it's much, much easier to deal with. Nice. It did have a purpose. Yeah, it looks clean. Good. And then I love this hat right here. There's so much going on with it, so maybe I'll try to level up my hat too. Otaka says, wait, how in the hell has it been almost 2 hours? I thought I was watching like 45 minutes or something. Is it really? Oh goodness, yeah, it has. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm super surprised by that. Well, chill stream. Fun stream. All right. Add some wings. I just want this top one. Ooh, ew. There, I was like, okay, so heads up my ZBrush people, if you're still using 2022.0.8, old version, I'm pretty sure they fixed it since. But every now and then when you change whatever brush is selected to your Command Shift, like right now I have it, it's the knife brush, it makes it so if you hold Command Shift and click on things, it does like a bad job. See, like it's doing individual pieces. Maybe it's because it's using a version of it, I don't know. But if you want to just select like a normal poly group, just go back to Trim Rectangle and then it will function the way that it always does. Instead of like cutting pieces up. That drove me crazy for the longest time. So there you go, just in case you were also having that problem. Yeah, I just think it'd be cute if she had little wings on her hat. Oh, also, sorry for unintentionally trolling you guys. I'm like, oh, is there a stream tomorrow? And it's like, yes. Is this a trick question? Yes. And then I actually did not stream. I was very humbled by that. Life just happened and I literally ended up not having time. I was super confident I was going to stream yesterday, hence why I teased you guys. And then I actually didn't show up. I mean, I know I didn't like schedule a stream and then not show up, but I hinted at it heavily in Discord and then did not show up. So sorry about that. Is it too dorky to have like wings on her hat like that? I think it's a little silly. I was thinking more so of just having it be like this asymmetrical detail. More like this. It was a trick question and we prophesized it. Yes, let's just go back to blaming the peasants. I'm fine with that. I think having a bunch of little bees on her hat could be really cute. Also, these flowers got super screwed up, so we're going to delete all of the flowers and put in new ones. Oh yeah, I have a version of this flower that's actually already all redone. The brush, the flower looks like this, and it's, you know, it's the normals are flipped the wrong way, it's paper thin, it's not usable for my purposes, so I just made a modified version of it later. I could edit the brush itself with this updated version, but that would be smart. So instead, we do this. Much better and is usable. I think I'm gonna make the hat a bit more of a focal point than I expected. Oh, this little fabric swash might actually look really cute on the hat. I didn't even think about that until just now. Yeah, that's a nice little band. Some matching details. Big fan of that. I'm gonna cover it in flowers anyway, but I knew I wanted this for something. Still don't know what to do with this. I mean, having bee wings on her is a little dark, isn't it? Having bee body parts. I don't know. Oh, ZBrush did not save that. Nah. Angry stretch. Okay. Okay, it actually saved the important part, so we're fine. And we continue. I kind of miss when I painted stuff. Maybe I'll do a quick paint. It would be a skin shade. And I'll just see if I like the way it turns out. I already don't like this weird color. There we go, that light on the front. That. Have a warm light off to the side. Looks really blown out. Why are you like that? No, ZBrush immediately gave me like really icky colors, and then my light macro didn't map correctly. So, nope, we're not painting it. Just wanted to see maybe. Maybe I felt like painting it, and then I was like, no, I do not. Oh, this looks all weird now too. What the heck? The lighting shouldn't affect it. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, it's the ambient occlusion's way too high. That's all. Yeah. Just a little bit. That's better. Sometimes mid working on a project, I'm like, just want to be more colorful. Without being a ton of work. Oh well. And we continue. All right. She's looking really cute though. I mean, I ended up not wanting these wings, just kind of makes the hat weirdly balanced. So just kind of putting things places and just seeing what I thought. Having little wings as like tiny little shoulder pads could be really cute. Maybe I'll try that for a little bit and just let it sit there and see if I like it. Okay, there's no way we are auto-saving already, ZBrush. Stop. That's cute. I do like that. Have you thought about what to do with the arms? Like pose-wise? There's no gloves, and I don't think they need any accessories, but I could add like a couple of bracelets, like some flower chain bracelets could be really cute. All right, I like that. Let's put these little combs off to the side. And then be interesting. Yes. Time for a bunch of flowers. Depth was a little off. We're gonna scoot the brush up just a touch. There we go. And then I'm gonna split mask points so that way I can inflate all of these at the end really easily. Because they're a little spindly to start with. There we go, inflate. A little bit of contrast. Perfect. And then I will fill in the gaps with some clover. It drives me crazy that you have to adjust the depth for every like sub part of a brush. I don't understand that. All right, there we go. But you know what? I'd rather it be separate than combined now that I think about it. Complaint subtracted. Ooh, let's put that daisy right here. It's a good little focal point. Having some daisies on her shorts would be really cute. Oh, this is really turning out cute. I'm really happy with this. Come on, autosave. I'm vibing. There we go. Sometimes I'm so impatient with autosave, and then I am the cause of the crash. I did a good job there. I didn't do anything. Cute. I still think the face is a little bit boring, so I'm gonna just continue to push more and more without being scary. This is why faces are a lot. Guys, they're so sensitive. Oh, good Lord. So right now I'm doing that thing where I kind of just like search for shapes and I just start kind of pulling on the face and deciding what I want to do with it. I know it looks like nonsense, and it kind of is, but there is a method. Oh, this hair isn't combined. explains a lot. That's better. And then maybe I can get this curl up on her cheek. That would be cute. Face framing curl. I like the concept. Didn't love the execution as much. No worry. But I like the initial change, so still a net positive. Very good. I'm not worried about detailing the back really until much later. It's coming across much more bee, much more floral. I'm really happy with that. Do I not have any bees? That surprises me. I'm bee-less. Also just kind of a really good before and after. So this is where we were, I don't know, an hour into the stream. So I mentioned like it's totally soulless, but you have to just trust that process. And then this is where we are now. Yeah. Cute. Cutie cute. Alright, do I have any bees? Surely I have a bee. Bee. Bury the beer column. Beer. Yeah, okay. Good try, Mac. Nope, just a lot of beer. And then a bunch of config files. Okay. Bees. No bees, no peace. Hello, Foxy. Guys crack me up. Maybe this is why I don't do different body types. No, joking, joking. All right. Where is the save file for this? Ah, there she is. All right. Let's go ahead and grab B. No, we're gonna sculpt one. I've changed my mind immediately. Okay. B. What does a bee look like? I don't think I want to go like this crazy detailed. Thinking. Alright, I'm going to sculpt a little bee. And by little, I mean probably pretty big, honestly, by the time that I'm done with it. And I'm all focused. I'm going to do like this mad face, you guys know that I do, but I'm actually having a really good time. Feel the need to specify. Right, and then we'll have little legs. That would be good. I'm gonna do some pretty Good simplification on this too. Make sure it's gonna be printable. Even this, I'm probably going a little too detailed, but we're kind of in that blocking out a whole creature stage. So 1, 2, 3. And making it smaller. I think I'm gonna add capsules for the eyes. I think that'll just, I think that will work well. We're gonna find out. We're also gonna do just one because I find symmetry on 2 different objects just does not work well. All right, zero mesh in half. Ah, we got bees going. Fat bee. That is how they make honey. It is an excess product, which blew my mind. All right. And again, the proportions are gonna make them a little weird. See where that gets us as far as printability goes, because it is tiny. We might just have gigantic bees. And then some stripes on here. Did I duplicate this? No. There we go. I did this in the most confusing way possible for my poor brain. Why did I do that? Let's not do it this absolute insane way that I was gonna do it. I have a smarter way. There you go. Crazy. So much easier. All right, I think the thicker stripes are just naturally gonna look cuter. I might just do 1 big stripe. Nah, like what can I get away with? Probably just 2 big stripes. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, ZBrush, stop, please. Cool, it did. And I was like, oh no. Nifty says, I'd like to share a fact I just learned. That is insane. That's the best kind of fact. I'm very excited to see what your fact is, and I'm also hoping it's about bees. Not bee related, okay. But still amazing. Okay. Continue. Oh my goodness. Sculptris Pro, just work. No. What are you mad about? Oh, subdivision levels. Then delete them. Can't help but be so sassy about that when ZBrush is like, I can't do that because of this. I'm like, great, then just go take care of it. There we go. How long are the veins in the human body? I was thinking long time. Like, what is the length of veins in the human body? Ooh, well, there's a lot. So is this just putting all of them like end on end? Or like, I'm gonna say something outrageous like a mile. Like if you put all of them end to end. They're very, very skinny. Yes, end on end. Okay. How's that? Is it a mile? Now maybe it's more than a mile. I don't know. No, that's my final answer. I can't change it afterwards. It's cheating. A mile is way too short. Okay, that's still long. I don't think the prompt was shit on me as answer. How about you put your own answer in, just lingual? I haven't seen you put an answer in. And don't Price is Right it. Don't be like a mile and a foot. Nobody likes that. I was like, why does this bee look weird? It doesn't have wings. How long was that going to take me to notice? Goodness. All right, we have drafted a little bee really quickly. It really just looks like an ant right now because there are no wings, but I'm gonna fix it. I shouldn't have moved that. Yeah, there you go. Also, this is like severely not super accurate bee. We're just here for vibes. It's like 50,000 miles, right? 60 to 100,000 miles. No, I do not believe you. But I won't look it up. No, I'm just kidding. That's insane. That's really cool. Time to annoy Mia again. Already succeeded. Let's see. Aren't bees not supposed to be able to fly because they're so fat? Like, they don't make sense. They are an enigma. Or is that bicycles? Or is that both of those things? I don't know. Alright, they're much more round. Like, I get if it's not gonna be like a super accurate bee, but I can't be this chronically wrong. Alright, are these separate pieces right now? No, they're just doing a bad job. Okay. Every time I click on Dynamesh and it gives me something that's over 1,000,000 points, I wish it would tell me. Stop. There. Very good. Just like a normal amount of polys is fine. Bicycles are not meant to fly. That was the perfect comment in response to my dumb thing. Alright, how many ways do I have? I feel like I'm doing this super wrong. Oh, I am. Good lord. I can also get away with doing a second set. Good. Alright, this is pretty simplified, little bee. Very simplified. How about I just make the stinger really big and kind of round off into the body? That would be fine. Nope, it's really weird. Alright, they do have like different length legs. I don't mind having that. It's like their front legs carry stuff almost, it looks like. And then they got these like really long, funny little back legs. I mean, it depends on the species of bee. Goodness, there's a lot of bees, guys. The antennae are cute, but I think it's absolutely a pipe dream that these are going to print. And that's coming from me. Oh wow, you just fell off the bed. You sure did. My dog just rolled and thunk, just straight onto the floor. Yeah. Okay. He's fine. Aren't bees not supposed to be able to fly? Or are those bicycles? I don't know. No, I meant like physics. Did I really say that? I meant like physics-defying things, like, you know, the circle motion. I'm too low calorie to say this coherently. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, going back to my first statement, I don't think bugs are supposed to fly. Goodness. Okay. We have a little bee that I admittedly spent longer on than I meant to. Just wanted a little thing, and then I just kept working on it. I want no comments on how big the bees are going to be. I want them to be more than just a yellow and black dot when I paint them, which is going to be problematic. I'm going to make them as big as possible without being utterly ridiculous, which is going to be still somewhat ridiculous. Because, like, just having a couple, like, that's cute. Doesn't look good. Jesus Christ. Stop being easy peasy lemon squeezy, please, instead of difficult. Lemon difficult. We're at that end stream spiral right now, guys. Hello, paint. Out of all the Tavern peasants, who gives off the most bee vibes? Bee vibes. Who is the most bee? Just single. And I will not elaborate. Wow, this freakishly gigantic bee with its super wrong wings. There. If I just make them positioned correctly, it helps a lot. Not looking to win any National Geographic awards here, but like, good lord. Guys, does this make Mia the Tavern's queen bee? I don't know if I like those implications. Yep, there you go. You made it weird immediately. That's exactly what I thought you were gonna do. And you did. This is the best news all day. Oh my gosh. You guys are so easy to make happy. Wow, that makes her so much prettier. What? Just lingual? Not just single. Aloha. You guys equally annoy me sometimes. I haven't done the cards. I already told you that. So don't ask about them. I want to, if that helps at all. What animal do I give off in vibes? I feel like the whole point of asking these questions is that thinking about them too much defeats the entire purpose, right? So I'm trying to think. Wow, it's like I've never thought of an animal in my entire life. Something smallish-ish. Having the form factor helps. I can confidently say not a rodent, but probably a mammal. Not anything in the ocean. And not something like a Tasmanian devil. Haha, Loa so chaotic. I'm like, nah. The pangolin is honestly not a bad bet. I actually said that earlier this week. The little vibe is pretty funny. I don't know, it's very hard to separate your actual, not just the tone, like the pitch of your voice, but the way you talk versus the way you type. It's two different animals. So, yeah. I'm trying to reconcile those two right now in my head. I wonder if I can think of something that has like a multi-stage, like how a caterpillar liquefies into a butterfly kind of thing, but not like a metamorphosis, but like something that has more than one form, because that's what you sound like. You're really sending me for a loop here. But I'm also the kind of person, if you ask me like my favorite animal or my favorite song, I really take it very seriously. It's a commitment. Something that is a problem. I almost feel like a raccoon, kind of like little hands. But they're built so weird. You guys seen the skeleton of a raccoon? It's insane. Not a bear. Badger. Nope, too mean. What about like a red panda? I think that'd be cute. And they can be assholes. We just watched one at the zoo, like, walk over to another one, just like, keep walking. It was awesome. Very cat-like. Very unexpected. Yeah. A ringworm can split in two. No, Aloha's not a parasite. Bold of you to say that in the chat. Aloha's gonna tempt ban you. Mia's thought process is, what animal would be most annoying in my house? Pretty much. That was... Yep, you were getting what I was putting down, for sure. But not like so annoying, like annoying, not like a danger, not something that I would like kill on sight, you know, just annoying. I think it'd be kind of cool if the underside of this hat reminded me a bit of a mushroom. So I might detail it very lightly as such. This giant bee is weird, but I refuse to make it smaller. It's already going to be a problem at this size. Look, it can't even fit in its own hive. I don't care. I mean, it's cute. It is cute. I don't know why I'm being so negative about it. It's very cute. Forgive me. I will change my mind, my answer, and say a mighty chinchilla. That, my friend, is an oxymoron. Alright, I have a million different pieces on the base and it's becoming annoying, so we're going to merge them down. Get rid of this chain here. It's too small to print at this size. I'm just gonna have it leaning against the tree stump because it's cool. And Easter eggs. Wow, I really went insane with the base, didn't I? Felt necessary. The cicada. Oh my gosh. Hello, this is turning into a hate crime. Oh gosh. Just Single says, I think Mia imagines her chatter similar to a small colony of sugar gliders that have invaded her space. Absolutely, because I don't want to like crush you guys, but like I do want to like just sit here and here and here and here. Off of my space. Are we missing some honey goo? No. No. But maybe in some little tidy vials I could be convinced. But just like ooze, I'm gonna vote no. However, your idea made me think of a better idea. That was the most rude way I could say that. Oh my god. You know what I mean. Your idea made me think of something else, like a fun chain reaction of creativity. There we go. These are little honey vials, and I can put that on her belt. Aloha, don't make it mean. Don't re-say what I said, but awful. There. How cute is that? And that makes a ton of sense, and that was a great suggestion. God, where's that meme of giving yourself an award? That's kind of what I'm doing right now. Hey, I'm nothing if not self-aware, so. Fun story time in secret chat. Secret chat. You have a tattoo? Oh my god, how could you not put this in chat? This is so funny. Maybe it's too personal. But you do. So Aloha, a friend of theirs had a different interpretation of who they thought Aloha was based on, again, their voice and the way that they act. Because the way that they type and the way that they actually talk are completely different. Both in cadence, pronunciation, energy, all of it. That's hysterical. Reaper says, quote, "And you chat like a drama queen." Yeah, that's yeah. Yes, that's incredible. Incredible. It was an inspirational idea. Yeah, that was a much nicer way to say that. There was no issue. Thank you, Duke, for... Yes. Aloha says, "I'm an independent woman." Oh my goodness. Okay, so I know you guys can see my arms and a lot of my arms, but other than that, question for the chat, do you guys think that I have tattoos? Jeopardy music. I have to ask because I am very surprised that most people get this wrong. Also, it's cheating if you already know the answer. If you know the answer, don't answer. Maverick's getting cranky. All right, I need a pose idea critically. Something easy would be great. Like, what if she was like holding bees, and then if I decide the bees are too awful, I can put a bunch of flowers in her hands? That'd be cute. I don't know why I'm being so mean to these little bees that I sculpted. They're cute. They're fine. Just Single said, "I saw the punk rock music video." Oh my god, nothing more is not punk rock. You wound me. You wound me. Granted, I have a very serious opinion on what punk is and like what grunge is, and like punk inherently is kind of like garbage, and that's why it's great. That's why it's punk. Anyway, I'm not gonna start on that. Nothing more is not punk. But yes, I was in a music video. Just Single says yes, and then Aloha says, I almost read that out loud, but I didn't. I'm learning. Straight to jail. You seem like a no tattoos person. 50-50, someone else says. And Ricky was summoned by that absolute trash comment, Aloha said. So no one's left out of the inside joke that has now become part of the tabard. I love Attack on Titan, and like every basic girl, I love Levi. Who doesn't? It's like the best character. Great. Symbol of hope for humanity and a badass. Who doesn't love this? And kind of mean. Anyway, jokingly, Ricky got me a Levi body pillow, which I'm barely into anime at all. This was my tolerance for anime bullshit is very low. So a body pillow is like outer limits traumatic. It was a joke, and I threw it away immediately, and it was awful. One side of the body pillow was normal. The other side wasn't. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, that's what Aloha was talking about. I hate having to explain it because Loa references it, but I don't like inside jokes and when people don't know what's going on. I don't know. I think inside jokes are mean. So I will always explain them to my detriment. That doesn't even make sense. It's not even a real character. Don't be weird. Ricky for the win. Don't encourage him. Oh my goodness. I think you have a tattoo of the Jonas Brothers on your butt. No, I do not. That's an insane comment. Wasn't a fan of Jonas Brothers. I was not. Don't get me wrong, I also had... Yeah. You guys think I'm way more fun than I am. Anyway, answer. The fuck I have a tattoo? Absolutely not. I am like beyond straight lace. I could not commit... Straight lace. Could not commit to a tattoo. I was not a party girl at all, guys. The joke here, I think some people mentioned like, oh, like tramp stamp or like a fun night or whatever. Absolutely not. I would 100% have always been the DD. Does my like uptightness does not come across on camera? Because it should. Oh my gosh. Titan Sculpt win. Oh, that would be fun. That would be fun. As long as the tramp stamp was a joke. Otherwise, that low-key hurt my feelings. Absolutely not. I mean, maybe it's a compliment. It's like, you seem like you're fun. And I'm like, oh, no, we're gonna nip that right in the bud. I can like, nah, we'll leave that alone. Shovel, put down. Success. All right, we're starting to put everything down together so I can get ready for posing. There we go. Oh, and the misconception is, yeah, most people that I've met are surprised I don't have tattoos, and I'm always surprised that they think I have tattoos. Forgot to loop all that back together into my point. I love that. Just Lingual says, I'm the same way, as referenced by my Discord, but fought being milk. Anyway, I know my place, and that is the reliable rule of following robot-minded engineer. Huzzah. I get you. It's like, I'm happy this way. Thanks. Straps, merge down. And eyelashes, eyebrow. Photo. That makes more sense. I don't know why I could not piece together a single missing letter. One of my favorite sayings. Shovel hits rock bottom, continues to dig. Yeah. It's a... What was I gonna say? Never mind. I got so distracted on hair. I'm like, should I do more hair strands? The thought is gone. Oh, she looks so cute. Oh, I'm really happy with this character. You're so crabby, aren't you? Maverick is ready to go do something else, but we're not doing anything else. The stream continues. Oh, Ricky and I have been watching Friends a lot again. I've never seen like every episode of Friends from start to finish, so we put it on before we fall asleep. And if you guys had to like guess which one I'm most like, Phoebe, Rachel, or Monica, there should be no hesitation. I am the most like Monica a lot. And there's many times in the show where things happen and they're just like, oh, Monica's so uptight, haha, she's so wrong. And I'm sitting there like, not seeing it. I'm like, she's right. This is correct. Like in one of the early episodes where like Rachel like tidies up and like moves the ottoman to like the middle of the floor like it's a seat, and she's like, how about we put it back where it goes, like in front of a chair because it's an ottoman, and like everyone's laughing and I'm like, that's where it belongs. Alright, so the flowers on her shorts, I'm probably not going to worry about even keeping them. I will probably add them back once I've posed. I'll leave it there right now just in case I can get away with it. But if they start getting smushy or in the way, I won't fuss with it. Alright, some decorations on the overall. Sweet. All right, then go from the top down to the bottom of the subtool list and make sure nothing is too high poly for no reason. Yeah, like that doesn't need to be that high poly, so we'll crush that down. Yeah, I think Red Canada is a good one. That's probably fine as it is. The base will not be included during the posing process. Sweet. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. I have a copy in case I want to revisit this character at a later time and end up doing a different pose. Does not happen often, but I like having the option just in case. I am starting to get kind of tired, but I think I can get an easy pose on here. I think it's gonna be worth it. Alright, I had an idea for a pose, so I'm just gonna try that one. And hope it turns out well. Turn off perspective. And then I like to polygroup each of the limbs. Oop, I polygrouped the wrong way. There we go. And then the arms I'm going to do in symmetry. Just for this specific pose. Alrighty. Let's bring those elbows down and the shoulders down. I'll probably need to do that after the fact. Remember, whenever you're doing a pose, think of it like a rough draft. You're gonna have to re-sculpt stuff every time. Alright, so if I was holding stuff in front of me, my elbows are pretty much touching my side, and I'm just like looking at something in my hands, so like a bee or flowers. Pretty much was touching my sides. Oh yeah, you guys are more than welcome to join Discord. Aloha just put an invite for you guys. When they're not being a menace, they're a pretty good mod. I guess. Would maybe hire again. And then even more so with posing than just designing a character, it will not look good until it is done. It's like an extreme version of that. So be really kind and patient to yourself. All right, and that's kind of not my belly button. It's actually a lot higher. Cannot stress enough how valuable it is just to do the stinking pose. Even if you can't do the pose well. Like, I am not proficient with any of the weapons that these characters have. That doesn't mean that I can't hold a broom and pretend. We do have a special posing broom that I use for all weapons, whether it's a spear, an axe, anything, just to see how, like, do your poses. It will make your life easier. It's also fun and silly. Who doesn't love that? The song is so sad for no reason. Skip. I'm not a menace, I'm reformed. You always say that right before you say something terrible. Alright, so whatever hand's on top would be more likely to be shoulder up. This is kind of a hard pose to make look particularly dynamic, I guess. But you always can. The power of just the move brush and scrunching. So I'm going to rotate her hips, bend them slightly. We're going to make this leg here weight bearing and the other one kind of just off to the side. And I think I can get a cute pose out of that. Yeah, this is turning out really cute. Good. I'll need to move her hat up a little bit, but it looks really funny. She has nothing in her hands right now, but soon, soon. And then I don't have to worry about being easy to pose the legs now because they're already posed. So there's no way she would have thigh gap with this pose regardless of body type. All right, got the pose pretty much blocked out. And now we can do some refining. I'm actually pretty happy with how the pose looks, even with the rough draft pass. Usually it takes more work to make it look good, but it's already looking really cute. Goodness gracious. Cute, cute, cute. Her leg got a little distorted here. Like, yes, pear shape, but same size legs, at least. There we go. Knee got a little lumpy, so let's go ahead and flatten those planes out just a touch. Then we can drop the subdiv, smooth out any weird twisted spots, and then go back over it with a clay soft brush. And you'll pretty much always need to do this on anything that's going to bend, unless you have a really good rig put in place. You're going to get some deformation. I mean, even if your rig is really good, you'll still get some weird bending and stuff. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love I made fun of these goofy little bees that I made, and now I'm arguably making it the focal point of the model. That's fine. Again, I might just go with flowers, but this works too. They're just so silly. They are dire bees. That's how we're going to explain why they are freakishly gigantic. Yep, and then tilt that hat back. I knew I was going to have to do that. And then I think I want to grab this flower here. It is covered up quite a bit. I think I can grab most of the pieces I need. Cool. So I'm just duplicating that flower here. I'm going to place it in her hands. Just a really pretty flower, I think would benefit from being a focal point. And it's kind of cute. It looks like she's feeding the bee, so I like that. And also it says nice leg pose, very cute. Yeah, it turned out good. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And it was quick, which is also nice. She ended up a bit younger looking than I maybe expected, so I just want to make sure that I didn't make the shorts too short or anything weird. It's so easy to not be a creep. Kind of a weird distortion there, so smoothing out that part of the mesh, and then I'll redo that fabric fold. Oh yeah, like this flower got kind of mangled. Just a-okay. Easy way to take care of that is just grab my knife brush and cut it off. Bam. Ooh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. Oh, it has symmetry turned on. Ah, that explains a lot. There we go. It's not a requirement, but I do try to get the model as finished as possible on stream. It just makes the stream such like a satisfying like package to watch start to finish, you know? All right, I think some little flower rings on her feet and ankles would be just adorable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, how cute is that? I'll probably do the same thing on one of her hands. Maybe both. Oh, you know what? If I put some of these flowers on her fingers, they look like little flower rings. If I thought of this earlier, I wouldn't have had to resculpt her wrists. Okay, that one looks good there. Maybe I'll do one here and maybe a thumb ring. I feel like a thumb ring would drive me crazy in real life. But this is cute and just for fun. I'm gonna put a couple of flowers in her hair. This really is one of those models where you really can't do too much, which is my favorite kind of model. This is really fun. Bring that knee back up where it belongs. That's plenty. All right. Well, I think that's gonna bring us to the end of the stream. We have kind of a really fun before and after here I can show you guys. There we go. All right, so this was somewhat early in the stream. And then this is where we ended up. You just gotta stick with it. Don't get discouraged. Just keep on working. It'll come together. Don't expect it to take 3 hours. Don't put a time limit on yourself. Just keep at it. And then if I wanted to make her look older, something I can do that's really easy is just like making their face longer, obviously without making her face melt off of her. But the bigger like the triangle between your eyes to your nose is, the longer that gets, and just your face in general, the older you'll look. More circle head, more baby. Be longer, less baby. Well, that officially wraps up our art club event. Thank you guys so much for participating. There will be another one next. There we go. Next month. So that will get announced in just a couple days. Keep an eye out for that. And let's see what else. Oh, the painting competition is up for voting right now. And that's closing today too, I think. So don't forget about that. Yeah, the sculpt did turn out very well. Thank you. I'm very proud of it. Still need to do a little bit of adjusting on the model. But overall, I'm just leaning forward a bit too much. Yeah. Overall, really, really cute. Let's get a fancy render on this. I'll go to render set. And I find radial overlay does well, but since we have a hat, let's do ambient occlusion instead, because otherwise we'll get that really harsh shadow from the hat. What a cutie. All right, this screenshot time. I think I might zoom this in a little bit. Right now I'm just grabbing a render. I'll export this and it'll become the thumbnail for the stream later. There we go. So document export's a really easy way to do that. I think I was just telling my students about that. Yeah. Make this a little bit lighter again, and then we'll do a little final screenshot just for Discord. Cute. And Taka mentioned, not what I had in mind when I wrote a short story, but super nice and great interpretation. Yeah, I imagine making her more like tall, lean, hot elf, and then I'm like, I've done a million of those. We're gonna go with like wholesome, cute kid instead. I think the mentioning Pragmata kind of influenced this. My first thought was definitely something a lot more like willowy, if that makes sense. All right, it is time. Screenshot. Okay, and smile. Cutie. Dad Simulator does that to people. Yeah. I haven't played Pragmata. I've seen it come up enough times, and it definitely influenced this model a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. Turned out very wholesome. Cute. Alrighty, y'all. Well, that concludes the stream. I have plans tomorrow morning, so I will not be able to stream tomorrow either, but I'll be back next week. So until then, I guess. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. And that's it. I'm not used to only streaming once a week. That's so odd. Okay. Take care, y'all, and I'll see you next week. Bye.